So we ate everything and we wasted everything that the mothers have stored there, and we began to suffer a little while. So while there was a car home, and while we are fighting one another every day, some were not able to cook because they were snakes, and their kids were suffering also because the man of the scene, he was the only one who have a last word to say. If he said this, people just have to follow. A man of vision, a very deep man. He can see what your heart is thinking. And unfortunately, he was unable to determine my heart. He used to try to go kill, but God hidden me for a purpose. So we finished everything, and when we finish everything, I have to decide that no, let me just take a car into the road and I'll go and drive for something. And because there was no money, there was nothing, we were suffering, we needed food, we needed sugar. Children, they don't want to drink oskundu without sugar. So I have to go into the road to look for some money. The car was not on the road. It was on the road, but it was not authorized to drive as a taxi because it doesn't have a drill hook. So I have to take chances. My license is not having a permit, driving permit. Even if traffic officers, they find me, they will find me. I have to go in the road. So I decided, let me just go in the road to do something. So I used to drive in Ondangwa, between Ondangwa and Omfia, on Naena, and Ondangwa and Oshikango, Ondangwa and Oshakati. I'm just there. If I come this side of Omfia and I'm finding some traffic officers, I have to change. Go to the other side where there are no traffic officers. I'm just driving like that. The days that are busy, I'm always upside down. And the grace of the Lord followed me. The favor of God was upon me. People loved me. I always get customers. I was very lucky. In a day, I could work at least 700, 800, 900. Mostly like end of the month, I can even hit 1,000. And those money, I don't used to leave it like that. I have to go and do it. I have to go and give it into the hand of the men of God. Because I respect them like they were my own parents. Like they were my father, my mother. Not actually biological, but I just honor them that way because they were servants of God. And my heart is obligated to love and serve and honor every servant of God that I met. Not bad servant of God. No. And now, when I decided the Lord was really with me, I could meet with traffic officers even when my car is having a lot of faults. And they will let me go, not recognizing what is wrong with the car. I remember there was a time I was driving in Ondangwa between a county lodge and coming from the police station there. So I found traffic officers that were checking things of the car, bulbs. My bulbs were not good. My screen was damaged, crushed like this, damaged, totally damaged. And when I met them, a lot of cars, they were checking bulbs and other stuff. But when I came there, they just say, proceed. I wonder who was that. It was Jesus. It was not myself. It was not me. Because I was the breadwinner of the family at the moment. So I decided, okay, now what we will do is this. I'm also in the house and I'm also eating from the food that we have to get from the road. So I'm not going to ask you anything. I will just work for you and work for the family and eat from the table that we are working. So all the 2 years we spent there, it was 2020, 2021, I was just there driving the taxi and doing it for the family, and the family was happy. And somewhere, somehow, somewhere along the way, they were also fished because the money, they were just using it for their own benefit, not for others' benefit also. Though others, they were also benefiting, not that much, because every week you have to come along with with sugar. Every day they have to give you what they need on at the kitchen side. We need this, we need this, we need this. To tell you the truth, we just went to destroy that family, and I was guilty of that. That's why I have to sacrifice myself to just work and restore whatsoever that was there. But it was not working. Life was not easy for us. So he met one guy from Oshakati. His name was Simon, I believe. He's a man of God, a criminal. This man, he just used to go somewhere when he's called for money, and he chose to follow him. I believe, I remember when we went to somewhere in Okongo, there were some villages in the Congo. We went to pray there, and yeah, things were really good. Was a man who was having a little problem that needed the hand of God. God touched him for a little while. Things were, yeah, later on comes back to problems again. But I thank God because we really traveled while I was with them. We went there, come back, we pray, we come back. That's how much of the people they knew me. Because for me, I'm a different man. I always tell people that I'm a different man. I'm not you. I'm not people. I'm not men. I am just who I am. I am me. I am just me. So it was good. And I remember there was a time again when we met this guy. He gave him a car, the one that I was talking about in the journey to Egypt, a car called Queenie. And this car, it was a Nissan, a white Nissan. This guy went there, sold everything, scattered the car, sold something in the car, and he didn't want to bring it back because they like the other one was having a car for the family, so they do exchange. And the guy gave the car to the boys to go and do whatsoever. They stamped the car. The car was just in a mess. So we went there again in Oshakati to go and retrieve the car. I was always by his side. I remember now the time I was used to drive a taxi. My brother David in Oshakati now is where now most of the time I used to go, drive together. His life was not also good, I can tell, but it was better than mine because he was on his own and his family. But I was saving on someone's table. So he told me, Mike, there you are suffering, just come. You know, my body was this very thin. This body that you are seeing now, it's a better body. Not like the other body I used to have. So the body I was having, it was very bad. Sorry, forgive me for that. It was very bad. So he told me, why don't you just leave and come here to me to stay with us? Because this brother loved me, and he loves me when I'm there. He's always happy when he sees me like that. You know, most of the people, they want me to be there for, like, just to be there. They feel good when I'm there. So he told me, no, just come and join me here. And I said, my brother, I can't join you because what I'm seeing there, if I leave that place, I will leave that guy with no hope. Because the woman wanted to divorce her already. Chaos in the house. My brothers, they have left because of the behaviors of a man. The other girls, they left because of the behavior of a man. The mothers, they also left because of the behavior of the man and a woman. A woman was pregnant somewhere, and later on they accused the other guy. No, he's the one who chopped out the pregnancy. Just imagine, it was unbearable. It's a lot, but if some of the things I won't say it in public because they are shameful. They are sinful. They are really sinful. Because we buried a child there in Onipa. Not in Onipa, but in Onambeke. We buried the kid there. She was 8 months in the pregnancy of the mother, and the pregnancy passed away. But for me, I know, somewhere, I know that this was not the guy. The guy was just accused for him to cover up his image. Actually, this was the thing of his ancestor powers. Familiar spirit and ancestor things. These things he know, man. Even if he is listening, he knows what I'm talking about. That this thing have not to do with this man that he was accusing. This was to do with his family roots. He just needed to fight harder against those family roots. Are the ones that were fighting the womb of the woman. Family thing. So he left. The guys left. I remained there alone. I stayed alone with one Kagel and another Kagel in the house. And I remember that time when I was just there alone, it was best not that bad. There comes a time now they learn about the man in Windhoek who become later on their spiritual father. And I remember seeing in a vision, this guy, when he went to Windhoek, I saw 12 snakes. Like, when he went there, I don't doubt my dreams. When he went there, he met this guy, but he found 7 other guys that went in a mission, spiritual sons that went in a mission, sent somewhere. And when those guys, they were sent somewhere, he found them sent somewhere. That means he was late. And I believe when I took him there, he was late. Because I later realized and found out something that was very fishy. The time I took him there, the guy gave us a direction that we should go and open up a ministry in Ondangwa. And that's how we began to come and drop the ministry in Onipa. So when he was told that, I'm always by his side, telling him, no, you are a man of God. The grace of the Lord is upon you. When you go there, attend to one person, it is very easy for people to come, because he's always losing hope sometimes. Not every time he's hopeful. Not like you guys know him now. No. I know him. I'm his PA. I used to be there, give him some senses, talk to his mind. Even when he introduced the life of money, it is actually out of my mind, because I could see we couldn't trust in the car, because that time I was driving still a taxi, but we can't trust in the car that's always braking. We need money, and this was just a strategy of survival. I told him, no, these people, I know they will be coming, but I want you to give them enough attention in the church. When they are coming, give them enough attention. And when someone needs you in privacy, someone needs you on one-on-one, someone needs you somewhere, this someone must be charged for that time. Must be charged, because he's not how do you call it? And when someone is, you give him and he feel like you didn't give him enough. So that's what I meant. So I said, okay, but just charge this little, maybe a 100 or 150. So we began with a 100 and we added a 150. Life was good. People were coming. The reason, it was for survival. Even when a car break, at least we are able to eat from the sheep's what? Pocket. And we won't have that lot of suffering. And God knows that what we are trying is to survive. Because even the Bible says that don't go with anything, because a laborer is worthy for his work. So God knows that, no, I didn't give these people anything. So he knows it was not done in the purpose of money, but it was done in the purpose of being survival. we are actually was trying to survive. So it's a survival strategy. But later on, when things become good, he begin to add, because a heart with money is always a problem also. He says that people, they are coming a lot, so I need to charge them 300. Maybe now he is maybe charging 500 or 600, I don't know. So that was actually my strategy, just to open his mind. His spiritual father used to charge, but he was guilt. So I have to give him some senses in his mind for him to begin to charge, for survival strategy, not for anything else. So now, that time, he got introduced to the spiritual father. I believe that is the time I was seeing in my dream that he was late, because he found others sending a message